Okay, this is a video about how to make a rhythm idea. So the first thing is, what is an idea? That might be worth looking at. It's a little collection of small snippets of music, and if I double click you'll see it opens in its own little score. And in this case this one's for bass drum, and as you can see it's got a tar on the first beat of each bar. If I paste this one here onto another instrument that has a one-line staff, like a taiko drum, it'll pop in, but unfortunately, as you can see, it turned the staff to bass drum because it sort of like it makes the staff into what the idea actually was. But it's easy to get it back to taiko. You just delete the little sort of faint words and then double click and just home change back to taiko. It's particularly bad when you paste it at the beginning of the line. I think if I pasted it here, it wouldn't be such a problem, because when I delete taiko drum and then I delete bass drum, it just goes back to taiko. Can you hear the difference? So I'll do Control Z. Can you hear that's a bass drum and this is a taiko drum? Let's see what would happen if I pasted that rhythm up here in the conga part. You see the same thing happens. It turns into bass drum temporarily, so I just need to delete the little fake words. Ooh. And then it'll turn back into conga, but unfortunately it's in the middle of nowhere, it's not playing, so I'm going to have to move the... I guess I could have also changed the instrument in the idea. So I've actually managed to permanently change the original one to taiko, but you've still got to come to grips with this issue of when you paste it changes instrument. Okay, so what about if you just wanted to make up your whole own rhythm? You wanted to make up a rhythm of your own and make it sound really cool, and that's just what you wanted to do. So let's pretend I'm going to do that. Yeah, so I might want to have a tum-ti. Remember that? Ta with a dot. And I'm going to make it in a conga, and I'm going to put a tum on beats 1 and 3 and a ti on a higher drum. Yeah, and there's my little idea. It's a 1-bar idea. And I want to think, okay, there's no point just typing that in once and that's the only time I ever see that idea. The whole idea of composition, that it's a structure made up of repeated patterns. So I want to select my bar and I want to capture this idea, and you'll notice it just goes in with the name of the score as Teacher Demo 1. So what I want to do is right click, edit the idea info. You might call this Congas Rhythm 1, and you might think, okay, the ideas that I make for conga, I'm going to make a particular colour, so I'll know that all my conga ideas are green. Might make syncopa ti-ti-ta. Let's see if I like the sound of that. And I think, oh, I like that. I want to keep that for later, yeah? So I just capture it with my little butterfly net. Right click, edit idea info, change it green because all my conga ideas are going to be green, and rename it Congas Rhythm 2. There's a reason behind this madness, yeah? Because once you make a couple of your own ideas, then you can just reuse them, yeah? So let's say I think, oh, I really like that rhythm first. I'm going to just start with that a couple of times. R for repeat, yeah? And then I'm going to go into my second really cool rhythm, which is rhythm 2, paste that one in and repeat that, yeah? And so it's so much quicker. Once you've just captured your idea, you can reuse it. What if I wanted my guitar player to play that rhythm? Now I know it's not a guitar line. Remember, it'll turn it into conga, really annoying. But you just have to select those annoying little things and get rid of them, and select that annoying little clef and get rid of that, and select that annoying little clef and get rid of that. And then you've got to check that these notes are actually notes we're allowed to use. Remember, the notes of the A-La pentatonic scale, A, C, D, E, G. So they weren't before, they were the wrong notes, so I'm going to turn them into A's and E's. Let's listen to this bar. You might think, yeah, I don't really like that. I might make it a bit simpler. Oh yeah, I don't mind it, yeah? But I want to capture it and make it one of my special melodic ideas, yeah? So I'm going to capture it, and I'm going to rename it, edit idea info melodic idea 1. And I might give it a different colour just to sort of prove that I made it. Yeah, so there's not a lot of colours left. I might choose this somewhat unattractive orange colour. And so I delete this actual bar because I don't want that anymore. But I might want to use this melodic idea in, for example, the guitar part, like I was just thinking about doing. Paste him in. Repeat him a couple of times. Maybe I want the violin to play it. Maybe I want the cello to play it. Okay, so this is the basic underlying idea of making score ideas, because I can go over here and go, oh look, the different coloured ones that weren't there when I gave them the template, they're the ones they've made. Let me see what sort of patterns they've made with their own ideas. The next video will show you how to paste ideas and make patterns to create your piece. But here's a quick snapshot of my teacher demo file, and you can see sprinkled around the lime green and orange patterns that I just made, mixed in with the blue, yellow and pink ones that were already in the template.